here.
There we go.
We were up at 5:30 this morning, so I'm not long for this world.
Oh, holy smokes, 5:30 is early. All right, as soon as Dana pops in, we will get going. But as we start, anybody who's watching us, thanks, you rule. Especially if you're not simultaneously watching the Game Awards and you're just watching us, you double rule.
You're better.
You are better.
Everyone else.
They just announced Best Art Direction, by the way, like it was a throwaway award. Did not invite anybody up on the stage to talk.
What?
And then it went to more world premieres. It's only an announcement fest.
It gets more and more like that every year, I feel. Or I'm just an old curmudgeon, but maybe both. I guess. Two things can be true.
Yeah.
My shoes, BRB.
Visions of Mana, though. God, I'm excited for that.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
All right. Otherwise, where's Dana headed?
Where's Dana? I'm gonna get my drink too while we're waiting.
Yeah, do it. We'll wait 1 minute.
I think I have some leftover shit. No, I don't. Ew.
I just learned something about YouTube, by the way. Hi, Nima Ludo, by the way. And that is, 12 Tone actually just told me this, that we have the ability to track what percentage of viewers on YouTube watch what percentage of our videos. So, like, statistically, more people will start a YouTube video than will finish it, right? In the same way that a lot more people have bought Sea of Stars
I did know that.
than have finished Sea of Stars. So, it's going to be interesting. I'm going to track down our more watched YouTube content and see how many people, like, watched all 2 hours of it. That's exciting. Anyway, as we wait for Dana to come, you can see that we are in the second... Oh, there's Dana. Hi, Dana.
Boy.
Oh, she's looking like she doesn't hear us.
We love a tech issue.
It would not be our stream if we did not have one, of course.
Easy.
While Dana sorts that out, I'm going to shift our viewpoints around on the stream just for a minute and fix my second view in case we all want to talk later. So that I can look like I know what I'm doing when I hit that button later, even though it will obviously look like I have no clue what I'm doing now. That's the way the world works. Yay, Twitch. All right, that's done. Now back here. Check that out. Okay. I'm sorry you hate your drink, and hi felt cute. All right. We are in the second world map on Sea of Stars now, by the way. Having traversed the Sea of Stars successfully. And we are going to load Cult of the Birdmen first. We're going to load about 9 save files today, by the way, because we're going to skip dungeons. We're only going to do the boss fights at the ends of each dungeon tonight to get us through this game, with the exception of the final save file we load, where we will just finish the whole game at that point.
Yay!
Because everybody's ready to be done with this in 2 hours.
Watch, because
So-
I still want to play the game.
For Julianne's sake, and others who are planning to play the game, I am skipping about 6 hours of post-game content. You just won't see that.
Thank you.
We'll jump to what happens when you finally accomplish all that instead. And part of it is ends of JRPGs, as we all know on this stream by now, repeat music, which is less amazing for us to talk about from a musical perspective. Right?
But credits are fun.
Yes, we'll do the credits twice, actually, it turns out. Dana needs to join Discord, and then get her sound together, and then we can go.
Just dance with my college drink.
But
I'm young.
I am gonna give Dana 5 minutes because the thing that we're about to do is very funny, and I don't want her to miss a good joke, right? Like,
You're a good friend.
I do my best. We can all wait.
Oh, I do not have that many steps today. Oh, I'm gonna have to speed walk the stream tonight again.
Oh no, one of those days you're gonna fall off.
I will rest. But not today, especially with this drink. It's gonna be interesting.
Could I give you the task of texting or Facebooking Dana to figure out where she's at in an ETA? Because I see her, right?
Well, I thought she had messaged me, but actually that was a lie.
While we wait, I have my New Holland Pumpkin Ale, the last one of the season. We're moving on to Christmas beers next week, team.
I had a Reese's Pumpkin today.
That's awesome.
I did not have a single pumpkin beer this year.
And neither of my 2 classes that ends on Thursdays full-on applauded me this term at the end of the year. But I did have 1 or 2 students start to clap and then realize that that's a weird thing that you're
no one else was doing.
Right, and then they stopped.
It's almost worse.
Okay, felt cute. I like the idea of a Christmas spiced beer. I have the Bell's Christmas beer in the house right now. I don't feel seasick crocodile. Reminds me of Christmas. I'm going to defer to the Floridian amongst us on camera right now, to Julian, for that.
But it's from the Grinch.
I don't drink beer. Cannot. No comment.
Especially beer called Seasick Crocodile.
We do have a beer that we buy a lot called Florida Man. Apparently it's good. Oh, it's a line in the Grinch.
Oh, nice. Well,
I just said that like 3 times.
while we're waiting here, if we go to camp
Why?
here.
Why can't you hear me?
I can hear you when you do that, when you do it closer.
Beast is excited to test his new living glass form. And also, I don't know how to pronounce this necessarily. I'm going to continue to just say Beast.
Beast.
Because what other vowels go there? Play words,
Best.
team. He is the best.
Bust.
Living glass, the crone was right. Also, don't call ladies the crone.
I'm trying to reclaim the crone, by the way. I think we need to, because it is often, like, so derogatory.
Oh, Dana just blinked on camera. We might have to get moving here without her, and I can reload this joke once for her. Halfway through.
Fully animated to me. I don't know if she can hear us, though.
No, she'd snark at us. I can see her head moving, though.
I need to make my camera not pink. That's my next goal.
Yeah, your camera is a little bit pink. And see, I have my light off today because if I turn it on, like, actually, you know what? That doesn't look too bad either. Maybe the light goes on. Who knows?
Because I have some backlight bias lighting that's a little pink, so I'm gonna just go change it. Pink bias. Maybe it's feminism.
I can't hear a damn thing. It's really fun.
Oh no, we can finally hear Dana.
Well, we can hear you twice, so you might be unmuted on Discord.
She is.
Oh, it's a cameo from Turn Toast. Hello.
Yeah, what's up?
Can't hear us.
No.
Two toast.
2 turn.
Turn to toast. Oh, that's 2 orange. Woo boy.
Oh yeah,
It's red.
wow.
Oh, ow. No.
Are you artificially dialing your lighting in, or do you have like cool
Yeah.
LED lighting in your house?
It's just behind my computer, so I can like see at night without it straining my eyes. But
Nice,
it does different colors.
That's very cool.
I don't know why it's leaning so pink.
Need this dome light up here.
Oh.
Shout out to Turnt Toast, helping out Dana here.
This is now I'm in the club. All right.
Since I can talk about her and she can't hear me, I actually played a clip of Dana to my students in the last day of class today from this stream. And it is Dana's reaction to the chiptune arriving on our Link's Awakening video, which is on YouTube. It is an absolute delight to watch and experience. We were discussing Jordan Stokes' framework for fidelity versus modernity in remakes today. And you can just watch all of the memory of Link's Awakening punch Dana right in the head at the end. And she reacts like with an amazing head tilt and then like a delighted jaw-dropped shriek that is incredibly fun to watch your friend have just a positive reaction to something. But it's actually useful for the students to see that as well. Somebody who's old enough to have played the Game Boy original and engage with it on both of the levels that Jordan discusses. I have a feeling we're going to come back to Jordan Stokes' framework for such things with Super Mario RPG next week in a very big way. Because for me, at least, I don't know if, Julian, you have a better way of processing what's going on in remakes, remasters, re-releases. That's my go-to model for it now, is that video presentation. For how to process, like, how close or how distant a remade track is compared to the original. Is that Nakagum presentation is my specific way of doing that. We love
to apply a model, yes. It was so good.
Also, hi.
Yay!
Hi, yay!
I don't want to interrupt.
All right, let's get going, gang, now that Dana's back with us. Beast can open the Sacrosanct Spires. And this save file, we're going to open this dungeon and then load the end of it, but the opening is excellent. Check this out. Beast rules as a character, it turns out. He must find the frequency.
Is it Beast or Best?
Wah, wah, wah. Is it Undertale? Best. I'm going for Best. Daft Punk.
Right? Songster magic, impossible. He said, "Did you think I was younger than you?" Remember, he's this ancient alien race inside of the glass, right?
Yeah, so he's heard of Daft Punk.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's like how I read that too. All right, this light needs to stop flickering.
Creepy.
I'm gonna set it on green. How about that?
All right.
Are you in a survival
Now we are
horror
back
game?
to the title. I feel like, referencing the H-Bomber Guy video, Julian has like dangerously bisexual lighting happening right now.
That's a little bit more blue. The blue, I think. Blue pink.
That was a meme for a minute.
So here we are at the top of this dungeon. Note the golem figure holding the cube or the rectangular prism there. That's the plot focus of this thing. Estriste is this cult's god. And we're going to have to go deal with that thing. We are here to power up the speedball network that Beast's people invented for this world thousands and thousands of years ago.
Apparently we're in ancient Rome, seat of the triumvirate.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Maiden, Mother, and Crone, bitch.
I'm going to turn up Sea of Stars a tiny bit for us. Let's get this done. We have an ally among these bird cultist people who's a very, very minor bit character, and unfortunately we're going to miss most of his scenes tonight. He's got like 3 entrances. But there's a bird dude who will help us out later. The Triumvirate of Eminence acknowledges your presence.
I mean, we didn't really watch all of the plagiarism video, but we did watch. Todd in the Shadows did one as well.
My favorite joke from H-Bomber Guy's video comes right at the end, which is, the world is so depressing in the wake of all this theft, it feels like there's only 2 states of existence. There's ennui and on-weed.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
So what we seek is Estriste. Remember the name of the god.
Yeah.
There's only one possible wrong answer, and of course we have just given it. We can't have their god, it turns out.
We kind of picked through the H-Bomber Guy video, but we did watch The other one, which is only focusing on one of the people focused on in the H Bomber Guy video, but spends like almost 2 hours fact-checking said person.
Yeah.
So, pretty intense.
Alright, we get some intense boss fight music now. We're gonna be illuminated. Everybody likes a good illumination.
Yeah. Green. Oh, I need to turn this treadmill on.
Why, so you can fall off it?
Yes.
You have to find the right angle here. Roblox Oof video is chef's kiss. That's really one to go watch.
Yes, it is.
More so than I think this one is. I think your mic is like really heating up your treadmill this week, Julianne, which it normally doesn't.
Huh. Okay, how about now?
That's better.
Maybe that was something in the game. Now it's better.
Okay. I mean, I am heavy-footed.
Look at all these moon symbols for me. I've rolled very luckily, because I can just moonerang all of this.
I love a moonerang. Heavy-footed.
Dickensianly.
Alright.
A little brighter. Trying to get the vibe of the game a little bit.
Here's Beast's ultimate attack so we can see it once. It's Altered Beast. A fun old
Clever.
Sega reference here.
Oh. Altered best.
I love the ultimate attacks have like big cutscenes associated with them too.
I should turn the fan on. I'm just gonna keep jumping off.
Alright, this should kill. And then we'll be watching a cutscene and moving on. Hi, Andrew. Glad you recognized the Altered Beast reference. Oh, wow. Okay, I have another attack to do, I guess. Well, that's fine.
Warble.
Yeah, he'll sing you back to life if you die.
Oh, nice.
It's great.
That's
We're gonna
cute.
instead do this. The bouncy ball of doom. There we go.
That's so loud. It's loud.
Great Eagle, so this is how you choose to thank us. You thought you would repay us with our destruction. And Rashawn gets seriously freaked out, which is why we did this boss fight here. Time for some reflection on his part here. And let's talk about this piece of music. This feels much more like utopian, almost mana game adjacent than the entirety of the rest of the soundtrack. There's just a little pitch bend there for Dane, and for connections to that Messenger soundtrack.
Oh, brief shout out to my PhD student Hayden, who successfully defended a preliminary exams on a project on D-Makes, video game music.
Nice.
D-Makes, which is so cool.
Did they reference like the Mega Man 7 and 8 fan projects?
Well, kind of getting into that, just did like a one-off sort of analysis on the Bloodborne D-Make, like the PSX. Bloodborne
Yeah.
PSX.
That's awesome.
Super interesting, yeah. But yeah, getting into a lot of fun worlds there. Love it.
It turns out, by the way, the flight process giving Rashawn flight did require a hybrid soul, and he was just lied to about it, which is depressing, of course. He built them a fake god that they could worship, and then took all their souls.
Is it capitalism?
The Great Eagle was a birthday present from a foil a very long time ago. Rashawn's flight, back when he was himself, or so I believed. Yes, this is the kicker, right? He was evil long before anybody, including him, knew that he was evil. And Rashawn is going to go back to the archives and figure out exactly when that happened. I mean, my mom has her MDiv, and I have half a seminary's worth of books on my shelf. You hit me up with that question.
All right.
I know.
I'm doing it.
Somebody who has some seminary background.
I was just going to say, Joe has the other half of the seminary books on his shelf.
He has the Catholic parts.
That's
Yeah.
right. Notice that Rashawn's
Yeah.
dummy that he left us, by the way, is eyeless and expressionless. It's just a combat assistant now, literally. There's no help from him emotionally or conversationally anymore. So Rashawn is mostly out, except I can still use the magic spells in combat when I need to. And Estriste is functional. I mentioned that he's holding a large stone rectangle. And we're going to skip the cutscene here where it falls, but the idea is that that's on a large channel, and it is a very primitive battery. The energy involved in dropping that stone will scrape against the rest of the structure and create enough electricity and kinetic energy to repower the speedball network and turn it back on. All right. So, fast forward through the Speedball network. Oops, wrong one. Sorry. I know how to do this.
Thank you, Karen. That was my response.
Yeah, I have an what also.
Okay, because
Yeah,
like
that's a
he's
big
like
no.
everyone.
No, big
There's
no.
so many like Protestant particular religions that taught that, and I'm like, what?
All right. You'll notice that now we're in space. We are in the machine that Sarai described at the end of stream last time now. This is the machine generating the clouds on her planet that scorches out the sun, not unlike the Matrix, preventing Solstice Warriors from having powers. Turns out we want the sun and powers, so we're going to turn this thing back on. Okay, sorry, we can go back to the discussion in chat now.
I didn't grow up Catholic, Julianne, but that was always the interpretation, like the harder for a rich man to get into heaven interpretation. Like, it wasn't that it was necessarily good to be poor. It was more like you can, the more wealth you accumulate, like you can very easily kind of lose your soul in the process of acquiring that wealth.
Yeah, I'm with Dana. I don't think being poor was a moral imperative.
Yeah, it was like you can't take it with you, and if you have those material goods, what are you doing with them? Like,
right, and with richness and power, like it's easy to become corrupt under that influence of if money becomes your god instead.
Yeah.
But were you taught that it was actually a gate, and therefore it actually kind of is easy for the camel to get through? Like, felt cute might delete. That's what blows my mind.
No, I wasn't taught it was an actual gate.
No, me neither.
Like it was a metaphor for actually something that's not. The metaphor is not that it's impossible. See, it kind of was like the idea was that you should give your money away to the church, though. That's kind of what that was.
All right, sorry for jumping immediately into another boss fight. This is, again, the cloud-making machine. It's also the machine that turns Sarai and most of her people into cyborgs, so she has emotions about it. But we must blow it up.
So funny.
And there are a lot of ways to blow this stuff up, but Moonerang remains the game's best skill, so we're doing that most of the time here.
Yes, my guest.
I don't want to make a big thing of it, but like, let's say you have a student that has like emailed with you multiple times throughout the semester, and they always call you Mrs. Plank, and you always sign your email Dr. Plank.
Sorry.
And like, it's one thing if it's a one-off, and then like they don't really communicate with you again outside of class, but like, at what point are you like, get the hint?
After the second time.
Just feels like, but again, like, I can never point that out. Like, it does not go well for me. There doesn't seem to be like a good way to, unless I kind of do it in a very general way at the beginning of the semester, like as a best practices for like emailing any of your professors, like,
Yeah.
I feel like if there was a correction to be made, then I don't know, I get like a bad email or something.
So you're not gonna have they keep emailing you. So you're still in like email communication with this person?
Like it's just been at like multiple points throughout the semester over various things.
Okay.
And every time.
Yeah, this music slaps. All the combat music is very danceable in this game. Felt cute.
And like, of course, the nuance to that conversation is like, I've had students from the South where like it's so ingrained in them to use like Mr. and Mrs. as like a respectful thing.
Yeah.
And like, a lot of them just don't know that like in academia there's a problem with sort of like women in particular kind of not being assumed to have, the credentials. I don't know. So, yeah, or sir. Yeah, that. I know that can be a big one.
Sir's weird. Don't like that.
Ask a student. Well, it's asynchronous. That's part of the problem. They don't really like know me.
I would actually just say like, hey, just so you know, I think I would add it to an email.
Yeah. Like
it's been a
just
few
as
times you gave him the benefit of the doubt. So like, just like, hey, just so you know.
Like, not offended, but just FYI.
Right.
Kind of
like,
thing.
like I'm cool, but just so you know.
Even though secretly, like, am I that cool? Probably not.
No. As you should not be about that, right?
Yeah.
But you're like, you have a rapport with this person in some sort of way, so it's like, hey, like, just so you know, for future reference and my own. Aw, thanks, Andrew.
It's like you want to be that prop that's like, I don't care, call me by my first, but it's like, that's such a privilege,
Right?
I feel like even if you don't care, you can't phrase it like you don't care. What you can say is, I happen to be comfortable with anything, but there are reasons for this, especially for minority figures in the field, which here very much includes women, right?
Yeah.
Crohn's.
And I don't particularly love, though I don't correct, I prefer Dr. Thompson for undergrads, though I don't shout down Ryan. Mr. Thompson I would correct. That's weird. That's my dad, right? Like.
Yeah. That's the thing, is it's in particular for women, it's that the honorifics are tied to marital status in a way that it's like, I kind of just don't want that entering a space where there's a student-teacher relationship, like, at all.
Right.
And like, with like a grad student or something, like they might learn a little bit more about my personal life, or like, it's not like it can never come up in those situations that like I have a family, but
right,
I
like
don't know.
grad students and independent study one-on-one undergrad seniors, like, meet me for coffee. They can call me by my name, right? Like,
right.
But in my classroom, again, Ryan is okay. Mr. Thompson feels like you don't know how the classroom works. I don't like it. No.
And then even being bothered by it, it's just like, am I being uptight?
Yeah.
Like,
it's also harder asynchronously.
To think I'm so important that I deserve certain titles. But
because
like,
asynchronously, like, you don't have the personal rapport built up in the way you would with an in-person classroom setting.
Yeah, I know that for a fact.
So we have a problem. We have this fancy tech computer, and even Cedric can't use it. They're like our stream, having tech problems here. Beast can't do it.
Well, my problem is mostly Skype is a jerk. Skype likes to just like go, I don't know what you're talking about with this microphone.
So
it was even selected as like the input output, and it was just being a jerk.
The AI core in the Catalyst is still alive, but
I was like, Al core.
They made this AI core sentient for no reason except to torment it, because everybody hates everything. And it doesn't have access to the function we need. All it can do is turn people into soulless robots. Or rather, bodiless robots, I guess. You can attach souls to machines. We don't really want to do that, so problem. But we have a combination out of this. You ready? Teaks's book automatically can record the information down. We have the blueprints printed to her Magic Scholar book. The stuff of dreams, by the way. God, I want that thing. And now we need tech-savvy engineers. So we're going to go visit Kale and the Clockwork Castle Permanent Child Gang. Right? You might recall that they are cursed to forever be in the castle and immortal. And if they leave, they'll instantly age to the age they actually are. And because it's been hundreds of years, that means they die. Indiana Jones style. So, let's go visit them via save file warping. The best way to visit somebody in a JRPG. Here we go. I like that they apologized for missing Garl's funeral.
Now I'm dancing.
Their music rules, yes. This is a Redux, but it's fun.
I've missed so many Sea of Stars streams, but I have been playing it, so.
I love stories and machines, so we've got time. Let's hear the story about machines. Hooray. Thank God it's a flashback, cut to black, cut back in, boot scene explanation, because I don't want to hear the past 7 hours again. Alright. So they can't leave the castle, but they'll try to help. I love how Teeks won't give them the book, by the way. Just rip out the pages you need. I can't risk being unable to record something while you're working. Are you on your treadmill while you're dancing right now? That's impressive. I couldn't
I'm on
do
the
that.
edges. I'm like balancing on the rails.
Alright, so they need a couple days. And that's great. We're going to take a couple days of off time now.
I would love that.
Right?
It's been relentless lately.
So they're working on the AI core, who asked us not to call it the Catalyst, so we will respect that. It's now just the AI core.
It's a great sequence.
They're going to extract all the blueprints and get to work for us. I love scientists in video games. Yeah, we can do it. Just leave us alone and have a cutscene where time passes. It's great.
I mean, a lot of people could get a lot more done if you would literally leave them alone and let them do the work, right?
Correct, yes. And this is, turns out we've been in Sarai's world the entire time, so we're going to introduce Beast to Garl and fill him in on where we came from here.
Warrior cook.
Shit! Balls. No. I hate this.
You fell off your treadmill again?
But like out of sadness.
Yeah. It wasn't a happy treadmill.
Like stepping solemnly off the treadmill.
And the Moon Cradle music itself feels sadder now, even though the track is the exact same track.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was the best.
He was the best.
But not the best.
Not the best.
The best.
Right, their only function was attaching souls to machines. The whole thing was quite unsettling. I don't know why I was made sentient. Alright, back to work for them.
I chickened out. I just signed. It was a very short email, so like hopefully it'll stand out more. So I just signed it Dr. Plank again.
I always sign all
At the end
written
of the semester,
communications
it's a
to
little late
undergrads,
for me to,
Dr.
like,
Plank.
get on a high horse.
Yep.
So.
Look, now Beast is meeting Moraine. I love introducing new people to each other in games. Oh my gosh, Julian's gonna murder me. Holy crap, it's like Meg Turney streaming here.
This is a setting called Cornfield. You should love it. But why is there a setting called Cornfield?
Great question.
Children of the Corn? Get that
Where's
out of
Addie?
here.
I know. This is like a lot scarier.
Addie is not feeling very well today. She's been really sick all day.
Oh. Feel better, Addie.
Like, I got a
Addie's
text
had
message from her. We were going to split the
an
2
amazing
cars and the 2 kids this morning. And I got a message saying she was too sick to take Oliver to school. They're both just staying home.
Oh.
So she is not doing great. She is feeling a little bit better today, though.
Yeah.
After this journey is over, you may find yourself in search of meaning. Should that time come, seek out the Elder Mist, Moraine tells Beast.
Oh. Okay.
So that's fun.
That way. Just the blue light. Okay. Ah, sharts. Farts.
life together.
All right, it should only take a few seconds anyway, right? This is important. The core is not sure that this is a good idea. But it's for a good cause. Let's do it. There's no way they'll be able to reprogram Skybase on their own. They can't do it. You know this is the only way. You do this one thing for us, and I promise we will give you a new form. You want to save the world together? Well, this morally good AI core, maybe? Sure. The only morally good AI, by the way, right? Alright, plus our design is pretty slick, you'll see. Load it up.
Bourbon balls.
Oh my gosh. In grad school at OSU, my friend Priya made bourbon balls because we did like a Mad Men like cocktail holiday party. So everybody had to get dressed up and stuff, and she wanted to make these bourbon balls, and she ended up pouring like more than half the bottle of bourbon in them. And they were
That's awesome. Okay. Very quickly, we are going to turn in the plans to Gerard, the completionist / the constructionist in this game.
But yeah, it was not the recipe. It was like they were very wet. But everyone was like, "These are great, right?"
So look, the town will eventually get an inn, which is great. And a spa.
I'm trying to think if hers used vanilla wafers. I don't think hers did. Hers was like a fudgy. It had like some kind of a chocolate base to it.
I would eat that no-bake cookie. Holy smokes.
Yeah.
So,
that one sounds
shop
good,
and fishing hut as well will all be added.
Oh, so maybe.
Oh, gross. Eat dicks. No.
Great.
I cannot control myself.
Whatever's wrong with Julianne.
The rest of you have a more peaceful December than Julianne is having right now.
I'm trying to set my lighting to look like wherever we are in the game.
Oh.
But it's like, it's hard to
keep up with.
We're sorry about we're jumping all over Link to the Past style. It really is better tonight.
It's got the red going, okay.
Now we are jumping, and we are going to jump to... Oh no!
What happened?
We jumped ahead one. I skipped a scene I didn't mean to, and I'm sorry. That's probably best for Julianne anyway. What happens is they rebuilt the AI construct that like makes people into robots because their bodies will age and they'll die if they leave. They combined all of their immortal children selves into one robot. And for Dana, look, that one robot is the artificer from The Messenger.
What?
I like it.
So now they are going to reprogram the machine for us and save the clouds. So hooray, we're good at hacking. I love hacking in video games.
I'm gonna take off, folks. I'm gonna see you all.
Alright, see you, Karen. Alright. Good work, everyone. Meaning all 5 of the consciousnesses inside the robot.
Ooh, consciousnesses.
Trying not to pay too much attention.
It's hard to have spoilers in a game you're playing.
Just vibing, just listening, sort of.
Talk about Christmas cookies, holiday cookies. Speaking of holidays, the stream team already knows we ended up with a surplus of potatoes because for Thanksgiving, Joe went to the store to buy like a 10-pound bag and it was buy one get one free, so we had 20 pounds of potatoes. We were working our way through them, and I was kind of getting tired of mashed and or baked potatoes, and Ryan suggested latkes, and then as if by magic, the blog The Kitchen had a post today of doing like mini latkes and then doing like.
Read this
like
dialogue, Dana, while you tell your
Hey,
do
the thing. That's
Look.
very messenger.
Watch this. There.
Oh my gosh, that's very Chrono Trigger.
Yeah.
Spin the thing.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah, so they did like a latke board, and it had like, they were like little tiny like silver dollar latkes, and then, so they were extra crispy, and then they had like beets, smoked salmon, dill, horseradish, sour cream, applesauce, like just all kinds of stuff that you could like top them with or dip them into, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's what I'm doing tomorrow.
Nice.
So excited.
Okay, so after we turn back on the sun, we go fight the boss they just mentioned to fix the moon as well. We become fully powered Solstice Warriors who can fly to the final area. Check out this name of the save file in slots 1 and 2. Does that sound familiar to anybody?
The Faded Hour. That's Chrono
Oh,
Trigger.
eat. Oh, yeah. Shut up.
Okay.
No,
Fine.
in a good way. In a good way. Like, shut up. Yeah.
So here we are. We're dodging some very cool spoiler territory for Julian in a little bit of way, because there's a lot of plot through the castle that's cool. This is the very end. We're gonna go fight the
Put on some
Fleshmancer.
reds and purples. Okay.
They're in like a weird. Is the castle alive? It looks
The
very,
castle's like biological, like
Yeah,
it
it
feels like
looks Metroid-y.
Contra Stage 8 almost, like alien and tentacly and red.
See, it's giving me like the Metroid, like Mother Brainy.
Metroid and
yeah,
Axiom
organic,
Verge
like
feels like a
Castlevania.
reference as well. Yeah.
Like Castlevania with the castles.
organic right now. Castlevania, because this is castles.
Yeah. Got
This
me.
track is very cool though. I like it for the final
But
area.
also, there's like Chaos Emeralds embedded in this guy.
Yep.
A little bit.
It's like a little bit of Sonic up in here.
Tubular bells mean that it's serious.
Sonic, you can really move. Yeah, all the time I have to spoil.
Yeah, absolutely. I
Games
spoil
for
stuff for myself all the time.
It's so sad.
I'm usually kind of playing as I'm.
Before I go to the next
Anyway.
screen, pipe organ is also like a thing here.
Yeah, you know, final boss. etc.
Right. So here it is. I love this visual here.
Ooh, that's a great shot.
There's a Foral. Let's go get him.
Yes, I would agree with Julianne. More often, students spoil games for me. Like, I was teaching video games over the summer, and I had to stay ahead of them in Tears of the Kingdom because they were all writing about it. And I was like, ugh, you guys.
2 years ago for 334, at the beginning of announcing the final project, about 3 weeks before the launch, I said that if anybody spoiled Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker for me, I'd fail them on the spot for the whole course.
Yeah.
We did make it a Foral.
You're allowed to have strong boundaries. They can play the game on their own time and pick something else to analyze.
That's right. Congratulations, you've been quite the nuisance.
Spiritfarer, it's that one is a little bit different in terms of a spoil, because like a lot of
Yeah.
it is like each storyline has its own wrap up, but I'm assuming you're meaning in terms of like Stella, like, and the story behind Stella.
I love-
aspect of it, but yeah.
Prepare
that
myself
one, oof,
here.
that's
We
one
don't
of the games
fight
that
a
ever made me
Foral,
cry.
right? Fighting Solstice Warriors is beneath me.
Yeah.
But you did make it all the way here, so I will play by the rules. The time has come to decide on the fate of your realm and all of its worlds. Can you defeat my strongest lieutenant, or will she reign supreme over the cyborgs? All right, let's do it.
I remember playing the end of, and this isn't a spoiler, but playing the end of Stanley's storyline, and I was a wreck. And I messaged Elizabeth Hamilton like, "Why did you do this to me?" 'Cause she was the one that recommended the game to me initially.
We have an anime cutscene here.
It's your fault. Everything is.
We have to fight Elise and Darrell.
Elise and Darrell.
That wasn't too bad.
Here we go.
Well, hello. Ooh.
Wow, very, very Lavosian right now.
Yup.
Holy moly!
The music here, yeah. We're in there.
Hello.
And the image.
Yeah.
The image of like the bright circle in the middle also feels like the Lavos final fight.
Yeah.
Yep.
Has big vibes for that. Alright, it's go time.
Oh, now we're adding some like heavy guitar. Hello.
You'll notice I'm not using Moonerang as my first move, because here I'm playing smart
Yeah.
and
Uncle
trying to hit
Amari.
all the locks to prevent combat.
Boo.
Well, and I think too felt cute. The game gives you sort of different amounts of time with the different characters. I mean, obviously when they tell you they're ready, you can also just keep like going around the world and not take them to the gate. But he's around for like a good long time. And I think it's kind of nice that some of them they're able to kind of resolve their unfinished business a little more easily than others. I think that makes it feel very organic. That's a good game. I almost wrote about it for the animation book, but I opted to do Dragon's Lair to kind of conceptually pair with Lisa's Cuphead chapter instead. But those were the two I was holding kind of in waiting based on the other proposals we got for the book. And when nobody sent in anything on Dragon's Lair, despite it being in the call for papers, we were like, well, that won't do. So I pulled that chapter out of nowhere. I was like, all right.
It was excellent, for what it's worth, Dana.
What?
The chapter that Dana wrote for the book was excellent.
So that book is out. Is it out at a discount yet?
No, it has to be a full year, so it'll be next April.
Still, yeah.
Yeah, the paperback will be in April, assuming it's done well enough.
I'm gonna see if my library has it earlier.
Thank you, folks. That one felt very vulnerable just because it. Normally, I have a little bit more like vision, I guess, going into writing. Like this one, I felt like I was like figuring out what to say along the way. And also touching on so many different literatures and like trying to not have it all be lit review, and like it wasn't maybe the most successful in not doing that, but like it's still quite a bit of lit review. But in the end, I think it had a couple nice little things to say, which in the end, a chapter can only do so much. So it should be like a nice bite-sized like food for thought.
Mm-hmm.
And it was fun. I mean, it was a fun one to play, to finally figure out how to play, because I'm trash at that game. It's very hard. But I did beat it once. It was important to me to beat it once before I play the game, because Lisa beat Cuphead to write her chapter, so I'm like, okay.
Beating Cuphead is a bigger ask, I hate to tell you. That's
yeah,
impressive.
for sure. I mean, the timing in Dragon's Lair is terrible, and the Steam version allows you to like make it a little nicer on yourself, but I was pretty determined to do it in the sort of original arcade timings, and it's a beast. It's just punishingly hard.
Yeah,
because they wanted you to pay more quarters, so... Yeah, I'm okay with never beating Super Meat Boy. I get it. Being okay with not beating Cuphead is fine.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Alright.
There's games that I even love that, like, when I get to the completionist-y phase, like, toward the end,
Yeah.
I'm still sitting on The Witcher 3. I haven't actually finished it. I just, like... But I have so many hours in the world. I did the same thing with Breath of the Wild. I never finished Breath of the Wild. And I didn't even care. I was just like, whatever.
But you know what happens.
Well...
Yes, I did.
You know,
I did like watch. I watched other people do it, and
Oh.
I was just like happy enough.
That's
Oh,
part
this
of the
looks
game,
familiar
is
too.
not.
Just like Chrono Trigger, we have a second phase, and how
Kelly.
much are the Queen Zeal vibes happening right now?
My God.
Yeah. Yep, that's a lot of eyes for one face.
It is. Let's get rid of it. By mooneranging as much as possible. That is the way.
Ooh,
Oh, I love that like scowl when he hitter. That's a great animation.
It is a really great animation.
Quit it!
Ew, ow, ow, ew.
Super Ludomusicology. That's cute.
Oh, I did not see that. Yeah, I want that.
Andrew, thank you. I didn't promote that book as much as I may have, but I had some really bad things happening right when that came out, which I'm now in therapy for. Yay! So I felt like I was a little understated compared to what I like. It didn't match the excitement I actually had about that collection and how strong I felt the chapters turned out. So I'm glad that others have found it useful.
All right, we're just going to refill our magic and continue to go here. With as much mooneranging as possible. We're just going to cheat.
Oh, Julian, please.
Yeah, man.
Here to
It's bad
just
enough that
make
Karen
everything worse.
Yeah. Karen's a capologist. Although did Karen see the movie? I feel like Karen had an issue with the movie existing and didn't want to see it.
Yeah, I don't know if she actually saw it. We don't talk about the movie. Yes. Okay, I agree.
I mean, I've heard from folks that partake in substances that movie is better under the influence, but also it could be a fever dream of horror.
Yeah.
So I imagine it's a double-edged sword.
I forgot to change my colors again. Haha, because we're in a new area. Oh, that's a big sun thing.
Yeah, it's a big strike.
I love when
Here's
it's
a
like
question.
apocalyptic and they don't die. What?
As Andrew mentions, MST3K. Would it be possible to because it would be sort of a closed group, to do something where you're like watching a copyrighted movie, but like in a group call and doing commentary together?
Yes, as long as you don't broadcast it, you can do it for
As long
fun.
as you don't because Discord would be private enough that it would.
That's right.
Yeah, that's fun. That would be a fun thing to try sometime.
I agree.
We could watch I don't know, what are the worst video game movies? Mortal
Double
Kombat.
Dragon. Double Dragon's the very worst one.
Like the old Super Mario Brothers would be fun.
Yeah.
The original Mario
it's
Brothers movie
great.
at least has this weird, bad Mad Max vibe going for it. Like, Double Dragon has nothing.
Yeah. There have been a lot of video game movies that are I get reminded they exist, and I'm like, they do?
Good for them, I guess.
We've had, and I don't know if it's good or bad because I've never watched it, but we have Final Fantasy Spirits Within sitting on our Plex server and have not
Hell
watched it
yeah.
yet.
I watched that in theaters.
Yeah, I always meant to, and we just haven't sat down to do it. We've been very scattered in our watching lately.
All right, we are going to finally take one attack from this boss, which sucks.
But I'm finally kind of invested in an anime, which is rare. So we've been doing. Joe was watching the final season of Attack on Titan, and I got interested enough that he went back and started from the beginning because I kept asking stupid questions. I'm like, okay, this is a compelling.
All right, the boss can strike again with a normal attack here.
Oh yeah, Resident Evil. That's a good example. I always forget the WoW movie exists. Or Angelina Jolie, Lara Croft.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that happened.
That's not a terrible movie, though.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen most video gaming movies. Let's look.
So who all got Game of the Year? Is it Armored Core? Wait, no. Who? Is the Game of the Year come out?
Hold on, I just beat the boss. Watch this first and then look it up.
Yay! Ah! Sorry.
Yeah, is correct.
Oh, it's just trending, but everyone's voting for. Ew, that's.
Master, you promised.
Okay.
And here's a foral. I promised opportunity, nothing more.
Oh yeah, there's a Silent Hill movie
So
from
die.
2006.
What's that? Ooh, that noise.
Yeah,
That's
that
what I
was
sound.
the sound of her dying. All right. Rashawn's clone
Haunting.
bursts as well when the actual Rashawn emerges from the archives here.
Please forgive any screaming over here. Just my toddler resisting bedtime.
They've won. It's time
Love
to
it.
leave at Foral.
They've won.
You can
The
hear her up
toddler
there.
has won.
I want to be there when they see the final
Hope not.
surprise. Ask your new guardian gods. Foral leaves, which does not feel good, I will note.
So many of these that I'm like, did I even know that these came out, or am I just like
All right.
forgetting everything?
We have to now fight the World Eater coming from the next version of the multiverse that lost the last time to save this world. This track is amazing.
Chrono Trigger.
This is very
Chrono
Scala Zeal, isn't
Chrono
it?
Trigger with it. Na 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 na.
No.
Yeah. We must go now, Sarai. The World Eater has to be stopped. They don't know if they're coming back. We can feel everything now. There's just so much
I mean,
for
the
us to do.
strings are purely out of zeal.
Yep. So are the crystal moments there. So many worlds I had no idea. They can see and sense the entire multiverse now of Aforal's and Rashawn's splitting of the worlds.
Oh, well,
Oh.
that sucks.
And Teek says, before you go, right, she takes their scarves as their artifacts for stories about them and records them in a book.
No.
I'll make sure future generations know your story. Thanks, Teeks. You rule. It's been great knowing you as well.
Teeks does rule. True.
It's not about us anymore. Take good care of yourselves and your people. And it's time for them to go.
Dude.
All right, let's do this. Here's the last boss.
I like that the Owen
That's
is
the
a crescent
title.
moon.
Sorry.
Look at this huge thing right out of what feels like a twisted messenger boss here.
Oof.
Oh,
Kefka Tower vibes. Are we gonna fight each piece in turn? Is this like a Kefka monster?
Oh,
We will,
yeah.
except the game is now Ikaruga for one moment.
What?
I need to look away. Looking away. Looking at the Game Awards. This
You
looks
tell
like
us what's
shit.
happening in the Game Awards.
A shooting game preview, I bet. Because I'm not listening to the Game Awards, I'm just
Yeah,
looking.
how much of the Game Awards like is just here's a new game?
90%.
really a lot more than ever.
Yeah.
This is not designed to be hard, though. You're supposed to win
Freedom.
this.
Freedom.
This is
Freedom.
like anywhere near bullet hell.
Enlist today.
That's a little bullet helly, but
Except
Helldive
you
notice,
can destroy the things coming at you, which is the difference.
right. For the record, I
Yeah,
am
there was
good
a
enough that
Helldive
if
as
it
a
would
one.
not destroy, I could still weave around that pattern. I play these things.
I believe you. I don't play these things, but
I like that this
I can
is
appreciate them.
both a different, without full spoilers for Julian, I like that it's different, and I also like that it's not super hard, because if this would turn into a Toho level difficulty, you would gate the very end of this RPG behind a gameplay
Yeah.
mechanism that, like, lots of RPG
Space
players
That most of the
cannot
people
do.
playing do not have. Yeah.
Right.
Hello, new Warhammer's out. Coming out.
Great. Of course, it starts clipping as Ryan's in the final boss and can't do anything about it.
Yes, that's the clipping stuff.
Oh, hold on.
Or as I like to call battle hams.
I'm gonna attempt this. We're gonna be right
Yeah,
here,
it's probably
and I'm gonna take one hit.
impressed by this, aren't I?
Ah, one too many.
Here we go.
Old gods of Asgard
All right.
are now performing.
Oh.
Here we go.
Oh,
I just finished it. If Julian wants to return
What
with
is
us
happening?
here.
Sorry. I can't
So
deal
look,
with both
now
these things.
we cut to the credits. Hooray, credits.
Oh. But you can control the scroll speed.
I can because the credits are long.
Yeah.
So we can listen. We're going to have a bunch of cutscenes in here.
okay.
Look, we have to revisit and see everybody in the epilogue, right? I mean, this is full
Yay.
JRPG outrow here.
It sounds like Jesus Christ Superstar. Oh, what are they doing?
This sounds like Jesus Christ Superstar?
No, I'm sorry. It's Game Awards. I actually turned the sound on for a second.
Oh, okay.
There's a band playing something.
I love the
I will shut up now.
the pear tree being looked in on. All right, credits. Let's get through this so we can get to the point here.
So many friends.
Ooh, I love it. Yeah. Love when it gets compound. Me, sure, everything rocks.
I do like revisiting every character here. Notice that the necromancer lady has Moraine's staff.
Not gonna notice. Not noticing.
I was giggling
Oh,
at the like
I will-
80s gated toms right there.
Look at this super ultra speed for the Kickstarter credits there.
Yeah. Which we already said that they had like a cool way to do Kickstarter earlier.
They do. In fact, that's the one bonus thing I did not get to in time for tonight. So there is one last thing for Julianne to do after she finishes it all to motivate her to actually get through this thing still.
Blackface?
What? What are you saying?
Or
What-
are they just all in black? There are people with black makeup on their faces at the Game Awards. I did mute it so I could listen to the Sea of Stars music. But I think they're just dancers.
All right, look, A, B, C. This is an impossible number of people. D, E, F.
Not impossible.
The hell is that? Oh my god, this is better to watch muted.
So here's the Artificer, which is Kale and all of her friends again from the Clockwork Castle. And now the rest of Kickstarter. Yay, go, 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 go. We have more to do here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that
so
they've
good.
broken
Good
it up
for
a little bit with the cutscenes, though.
Yes, I think this presentation of the credits and cutscenes is nice.
Cyberpunk 2077.
Oh, here's the
wins
Willow.
Best ongoing game.
Really?
Crime.
Cyberpunk
Crime.
should not have one ongoing game. I'm sorry. Releasing an expansion
That's
pack is not an ongoing game.
You can't release an unfinished game and start to finish it and call that ongoing. Sorry.
No. So here's our
Yeah,
last cutscene here. Did you see Zale and Valaire fly
Sorry.
by in their god forms? Here's Mirth again at the end. And this is adorable. I do love this. And so we gather each year as they fly by our world on their never-ending watch, and together we remember their story. Look, it's Teeks, all elderly now.
Yeah, I don't know. To me, Cyberpunk winning is like, I don't know if No Man's Sky won, but like No Man's Sky did get its act together. From what I understand, I just haven't returned to it. But
To me, though, an ongoing game is a game that gets an update every 2 weeks or every 6 months, depending on what the scale is. League of Legends, Final Fantasy XIV, World of Warcraft, Guild Wars, Fortnite.
I guess they have to
Cyberpunk
keep it.
released and then had a good thing release. I actually think Stardew Valley is more of an ongoing game than Cyberpunk is.
1000%.
I'm going to invite
Or
Julianne to
waiting to
avert
do
her
it,
eyes
right?
for this particular moment here, and
Avert it.
have Dana read here.
Okay.
for what the progress we are making on is with these two characters. Julianne, I'll key you back in about 30 seconds.
Thank you. Literally have to block my eyes.
Do you recognize this shot, Dana?
Yeah. It's perfect.
Yeah, it rules. The end. Question mark. Julian, not yet. Hold on. And the end question mark is not satisfying. Look now, Julianne, and you can come back. There's this device in the moorlands that activates. A mysterious device has appeared in the moorlands.
When that happens.
We can go check it out. Is this going to be a thing?
We have 2 obelisks lit. Each one of those represents about 2 hours of work.
Oh.
Yeah. Sorry.
So,
do you have a separate save where you've done that?
oh, of course I do.
I can't believe you've done this.
Can't believe you've done this.
I think I mentioned to both of you over Facebook for the past couple days, I have spent every evening this week playing Sea of Stars to get to this point.
Thank you for your service.
It's been great.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
So now we must load this save,
Manual.
which is also the
Automatic.
fated hour.
Okay.
And we must, for very brief, slightly spoilery reasons, visit this location to activate the last obelisk. You'll notice I have a yellow flame now, and I'll leave that for Julian to find at some point. We're going to take the green flame once more.
Okay.
But there's a lot of minor characters you must revisit in order to activate those obelisks, is the short of it, including the whole Necromancer side quest stuff. You gotta wrap that up, it turns out.
Wrap it up.
The specifics of that, again, I will leave for you all in chat and for Julianne to do. But this is the very end. We are going to go visit, and I would not be surprised if nobody remembers this character. We have to go visit Duke Aventry.
Confirmed date has been on my Spotify Wrapped since probably 2017, because I don't know if it was on Spotify yet.
So here's the Duke.
2016, but...
And we have his locket now. You put in 2.5 hours of work, you can also get this locket. Here we go. The locket will restore his memories of his wife and his past life where he wasn't the Necromancer's servant. And then he's going to depart this world to be with her again. Hooray. The end. If you put in the 2.5 hours of work, it's better. But we're not going to do that right now. Instead, we have lit the last obelisk now. The rest of how you activate all those I will leave for Julianne to discover.
Thank you.
But now let's go back and check that out, shall we? Nope, not that one. I don't want to fight those loser zombies. Get out of here.
Losers.
Right? Alright. Let's leave here. Once you unlock access to the final boss's zone, by the way, the part we just did, you don't have to deal with world map anymore, by the way. Valere and Zale can activate their Guardian God power. This is the airship for the game.
Oh my god.
And the track is
that makes
very
sense.
cool here.
Sounds soaring to me. Oh.
There's some dialogue right around the time you reactivate the moon and the sun in the other world that says, that feeling I had when Garl died, I think I'm beginning to control it. And of course then they gain that power right here.
Whoa, that's powerful.
The ability to, so I love the animation that your active character will circle the passive one, by the way.
Yeah.
But the track here feels very much like an airship track. It's excellent. Let's check out the device way back in the moorlands, shall we?
Sure.
Okay. Ooh, too much.
Oh, this is the mountains are nice person. My bad.
Yes.
I'm drinking rosé tonight.
Nice.
By the way.
Snoop?
It's actually canned
Oh, nice.
Sophia Brut rosé. It's not bad. It's not as good as Snoop. But I liked the idea of a can being a smaller commitment than a bottle. Like if I open it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it up here? Where the hell is this thing? I've got to keep walking backwards still. Ugh. Oh, we can do this.
Oh, why am I yawning?
Here it is. Here's the device. It seems we have everything now. And I have to point out again, 8 hours between the last save file I load where I ended the game and this moment. There's quite a bit of post-work to be done. You need every mysterious seashell, for instance. That's just one of these obelisks. Alright. You know about this thing?
Chronophage.
There's a conversation that Beast and Rashawn have while Beast is being created behind the curtain. Dana got to see some of that as the game presented it to us a couple weeks ago. Beast said, I promise I will do this thing for you, in exchange for being created into physical form. That was the promise he made.
Yeah.
Now it's payday.
Not the candy bar.
Rashawn left us something? The chronophage is his parting gift to you. It was enchanted to activate in response to your initial deeds as up-and-coming guardian gods. That is how he described it. I got the sense that he wished to take responsibility for something. It should take us somewhere. All I know is how to open it, and that only Valer, Zale, and I can go. How do we open the gift? You must provide the memento
The good, the bad, and the ugly
of a
up in there.
happy memory.
Yeah, for real. There's a few of that. Few Ennio Morricone feels.
Rashawn said, you would know. And Julianne, I will spoil this small surprise because we are going to have a big spoiler for you that's unavoidable, but close your eyes for 10 seconds here.
Okay.
Okay.
So, here's the memento
so
of a
long
happy
on the trip.
memory, Dana.
Oh, I love it.
It's perfect.
Yeah.
All right, Julianne, look.
Okay.
And again, because you're gonna see us with the good ending here, there's just no way to avoid this one for you.
I
It
could
worked.
just run away.
We should go now while it's
Wait.
active.
Could go get some rosé.
Go get some rosé. Run away from rosé.
You
How the
could.
hell is this ad? Still have the Game Awards on the
Be
side
safe
here.
out there. I'll be here when you return. So the three of them are gonna go through this.
Is that a Malboro?
So here we are with Ephorel and Rashawn. Did you all notice that this conversation between them went on a little long at the relevant moment?
No.
I'm noticing nothing, as much nothing as I can. But I like the music. I haven't heard this.
No, this is a new piece here.
I like how they come through like a piece of toast.
Yeah, it's like a toast gate.
Yeah.
Yeah, toast
Where's
gate.
Joe when we need him?
Turn toast gate. I know.
So
Turning up that toast.
the great alchemist placed an anchor in time so that you could return here.
Actually, I know exactly. He's watching the Game Awards with people on his Discord.
Oh,
and,
nice, yeah.
I hear shouting at different intervals.
I know what my
so-
role is, but we must be quick.
There's fallout is happening.
See? This is your gift.
That's familiar from Chrono Trigger.
I will take his place. Hurry and get out.
It's like how we have the Chrono clone doll thing, and we replace Chrono in case that is too subtle for people.
Right?
Time shard, time egg. Oh my
But
god.
here,
Oh
of
my
course,
gosh.
we're replacing like an unarmed human with a magical living glass golem whose life force is only determined by his will alone.
Yeah.
So I feel like Beast has a pretty good shot here.
Best
Oh my gosh.
adaptation is being awarded.
Oh my gosh. Aww.
I swear if it's Gran Turismo.
Oh my gosh. So it's gonna be it's like that moment in Chrono Trigger mashed up with like where we leave Robo in the past.
Yes.
Oh, that part though.
And then come back for him and as he's like made a forest.
I'm
by
trying
tilling
not
the
to
field.
notice.
Oh my gosh.
I'll tell you all who won best adaptation because they're announcing it now.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, wait, it was muted.
Oh my gosh. I can't handle this. I'm having too many emotions. I'm in a glass case of emotion just like Best. Oh my gosh, and the theme song coming in.
No! Ah! There's too many things to notice.
Ah! It is good to see you. What? Ow. Oh my gosh. Aw, buddy, I love you. Oh my gosh. Shocking. Last of Us 1 best adaptation. I'm not surprised. Oh my gosh.
What an upset.
Oh my gosh.
I'm not allowed to talk about what I saw, but when I came back, they said they would grant me one wish.
Oh my gosh. I hope it involves cooking. Sure did. I want to be the one cooking for tonight. Yay! Cook.
Ooh, there's a farming simulator.
My
that
wish
has a
demands a
cooking
bit of an
simulator, that
errand,
has a
so we don't
fish
have to go for it. We do have to go for it. We have to go on this errand. It fucking
Yeah.
rules.
Yeah.
Finally, a goddamn good game.
But first, I love how,
Oh.
again, that piece of music hadn't changed, but it feels much better that time, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Poop. This sort of looks like Zelda, but not as good. I can't tell. I'm sorry, I'm looking at the Game Awards, not Sea of Stars.
That's fine.
Yeah. You're
There's this
making
thing I wanted to
such
share.
good.
It became clear that with Return I was allowed to make a single wish. What did you ask for? What would you ask for in this circumstance, Dana? Defeating the Fleshmancer once and for all?
Fleshmancer.
Yeah,
Right.
so like I guess all the kind of contingencies are out of the way at this point. So like you could just ask for anything, right?
Right, reuniting the multiverse together into one contiguous world again, the way it was before that emergency, and then killing the Fleshmancer? No. Gara wants dinner at the Golden Pelican.
Oh my gosh.
Well,
Adorable.
that's what I want.
So
Sorry.
that's what we're gonna do. He's gonna host his own reverse funeral, and he wants the best food on the planet.
Oh my gosh.
Reverse funeral.
Adorable.
Beast's like,
this
haha, I
guy,
like
yeah,
this
yeah.
guy. All he was given is a fishing hook. That's all we know.
The hook of time. I'm sure we'll figure it out.
So
This is the point where if you haven't really paid attention to fishing throughout the game, you're like, crap.
correct. Everyone ate and slept better that night than they had since the fight against the Dweller of Strife.
That makes sense. That tracks. Oh my gosh.
All right, this
Girl.
way is out faster, so we'll go this way.
Hungry.
We love Girl. We know this. I loved Girl from the beginning. Basically, the moment he was like, I'm going to be the cook, I was like, I like you.
Yeah.
I identify with you. I'm so excited to make my Laka board tomorrow.
I have not been so angry with the death of a character in a very long time as I was.
I'll be real, like, Aerith never hit me the way it hit most people. I don't know if it was just the age I played it, the fact that I was connecting more to other characters in 7, but this one hurt.
Yeah. So this is a hidden fishing hole you can only access once you can fly. And you can't normally do anything here. There's just no fish here. So you're like, this is a waste of my time.
But there's a little power tab up there that you gotta go get.
Hold on.
Did it.
Yeah. Let's get it, shall we?
Oh my gosh. This is like the biggest fish ever. Or are you pulling up a statue? You're pulling up like a cave entrance.
Oh, that's
Yeah, I'm pulling up an entrance to a bonus dungeon.
Oh my gosh. This is amazing.
This is a short dungeon, so we'll get through this as quick as we can.
Love it.
Get it. Ooh, I'm dizzy.
Too many orchestral hits.
Woo!
Knock you right off the treadmill.
Yes.
Ow, ow.
Orchestrally hit off the treadmill.
Yep. It took me a lot of weeks to stop giggling every time that orchestral hit would pop up in the battle theme.
I honestly-
Everybody here can attest to that.
Yes.
It's a gift that keeps on giving. Orchestra hit is always funny.
Yeah.
Yes.
It just is.
Slash
need a paper on
nostalgic. It's like very 90s for me.
Yeah, we need like a lightning talk just about the orchestra hit.
Can we talk about how I dodged that? That's great. The glowing one is the key. All you have to do is catch it. This is the fishing dungeon.
That's
So
a
hope-
really fun thing to like design for my channel.
Hope you're
is,
good at
like,
fishing.
A lightning talk.
Except the secret is that
Yes.
you just have to swim out and collect it. You don't fish that one. Haha. Okay.
I'm getting thinking outside the box a bit in terms of
Season
trying to get
2?
people to respond to emails.
Yes.
And figuring out some alternative content, including a very exciting partnership with George Reed.
Hell yeah.
I'm super
involving
excited for
him
that.
teaching us chiptune live on stream. So get
Please.
excited.
I am.
We're gonna do a recurring segment,
Nice.
or I guess recurring session. I probably won't feature articles on the
Yeah.
weeks we do that.
So this is the end of the dungeon here. Let's just throw the line out. Look at that thing. Again, you have to be pretty good at the fishing game to pull this off, but it's possible.
I did try
Oh, this is the
last year,
Magus
like-
theme.
like
Look-
an AMS, like
Look at that
professional development
huge,
grant for my stream,
huge
and it did not
fish.
work.
Oh.
But I'd like to try that again because I think it would be really nice to have like a little bit of money to like take the pressure off myself, and then I could like really devote more time to the stream.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be
And
fun.
sorry, it's just I was given this. Easy now, son. I'm leading this conversation.
Easy now, son.
There's one thing I know for sure, it's that you need the hook of time to get in here. And if there's another thing I know for sure, it's that they don't just up and give the hook of time to anyone.
So Zelda right now.
I just asked, really.
I just asked, really.
Right.
You're the warrior cook. You're special.
Look, I get it. I also got to return. Point is, they must have liked you a lot.
I don't know about that.
You just type
The
fun.
oblivious type. Fine, I'll bite. It's funny because it's a hook.
Yeah.
I'll bite.
What exactly did you ask for? I just wanted dinner with my friends the Golden Pelican in Brisk. Oh yeah?
Oh yeah.
I just want to do food rat stuff.
Now that does change everything, doesn't it? You know about the place?
Know about the place?
I
Know about
built
I
it.
built
Writing that down. 'Cause
Really?
Chef
Oh my
Bass.
gosh. Chef Bass.
bass to the musicians.
Yeah. That's Bass.
So can we have the dinner?
Ambiguous.
Be quite the disappointment if I said no at this point, huh?
Yeah, you would.
You and your friends are officially invited. How many will be attending? How many can we be? It's your wish, son.
Oh. Nice. Too much.
Game with
Okay, let's
dragons.
play all this here.
Multiplayer.
Mud Teaks and the Pirates.
Ooh.
Moraine. Nice. 12 of us if that's okay. Good on you for making it count. Yeah. Right on.
That you do, and then you give this to Gaspar. The Gilded Invitation.
Ooh. I got gilded Christmas cards this year. They have
Nice.
foil stamped into them. So they're like gonna be shiny.
Alright, now we can leave the dungeon. Hooray, it's done.
What the hell is this game? Light no fire.
You can light no fire.
You can light no fire. Yep, that was the song that played the whole time in that trailer.
Really?
Oh, there's
I wish.
there's an anchor point there. That's how you get out. Okay.
I didn't have it on. I'm listening to Sea of
I really
Stars.
wanted Final Fantasy IX, but I will settle for a brand new mana game. Like, holy crap, how can I not be pumped
Yeah,
about
that's
that?
one of the points I heard Joe screaming.
Yeah.
Not because he's played a bunch of mana and was excited. He was actually being like, "What is this world?" Because it was like a world we haven't seen in a while, and he was like trying to figure out what JRPG it was.
In a world you haven't seen.
I knew immediately from like frame 4 what it was. I was so pumped.
Yeah, I figured you would. I wasn't watching. I was attempting to recreate something off Pinterest that may have failed.
All right,
I
let's
get really
go to Brisk.
aesthetic at this time of year.
We have dinner to have.
I'm excited. This better be like an amazing banquet scene.
I'm hungry already.
Like, I don't know particularly what I want it to entail, but like,
But it's like
I'll know.
if you're not a conductor, you still know bad conducting when you see it. Like, this
Right.
better be good, right?
Well, and I am a foodie, so
Indeed you are.
like, I don't know, descriptions of the dishes or like I want it to be like maybe interactable buffet. That would be fun. Build your own plate.
Build your own plate. That'd be fun. It would.
And you can go up as many times as you want, and like it
Yes.
describes the food to you. Oh man.
All you can eat.
I'd be really good at like suggesting like dumb side like flavor texty aspects of video games that would be really fun for people.
Here we go. Do you remember
I
this
wouldn't be good
music?
at actually like doing the work. but-
Flavor consultant.
Welcome
yeah, exactly.
to the
I'd be a
Golden
great flavor
Pelican.
consultant. Oh my gosh.
We
let's-
do have an invitation this
Gilded
time,
invitation.
bitch.
Finally.
Like,
Also, those statues look like Mario RPG. Called it.
I know.
a private invitation from our chef. You will need proper attire for this special occasion.
Oh, okay.
Please gather the other guests. Our tailors will be right with you.
They dress us for dinner.
Well, okay.
Amazing.
You wanted to be impressed.
I am.
Dana.
First I get dressed for dinner. What am I,
And
a
a bow tie.
farmer?
He's gonna get a bow tie.
Excellent choice.
Yeah, excellent choice. Oh, I can't wait. Oh my gosh, I can't wait. I can't wait to see everyone. Zell looks like a cowboy. Oh my gosh, this is good. I actually, for a second, thought it was gonna be like
Here you go.
F7 there, and they were gonna send us to like look for.
See, this feels so Super Mario RPG so much. In every way.
Yolanda looks good. Oh, the little top hat and the bow on best.
Best.
Best is the best.
Who is the
Just the little
Oh,
like
yeah.
octopus.
Is that okay? Okay, yeah. Octopus friend.
So cute. Also has a little top hat.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, so cute.
Steam Early Access Summer 2024
Oh my
Stormgate.
gosh, that's fun.
Aww. Wait. Oh. I thought they were gonna eat him. I'm only half paying attention, of course.
Now, here's your banquet.
Music, games, and food. Yeah, I actually know somebody that does a podcast pairing like cocktails with music, like classical music. Was a few years ahead of me at OSU.
I love this portrait
Shout
shot.
out to Nick.
Aww.
And weirdly, this is optional. You could just go get the good ending without seeing this, but what a waste.
What a waste. tie. And a yellow suit. Like, that's so bold. We are living life to the fullest.
Bring your Ludo, bring your Kudo.
Andrew, I don't know if you... Ryan and I went to a gastromusicology panel, and it was not what we were anticipating.
Oh my god, that was kind of horrifying. We left.
No, I mean, it was...
It was very good research, to be very clear.
Probably good, given, like, a little bit of background, but, like, it was not what we were anticipating. It was, like, some pretty intense
It was
trauma
very
stuff.
intense, traumatic, emotional material that I almost feel like they could have given a trigger warning about the panel for. Because if you ask the average person what gastromusicology is, I promise you what we got was not the answer you're going to be given.
Right. Because we were like, oh, this will be fun, and then it was not. It was like an important work, but not fun work.
Right.
The way we were
It was emotionally heavy and difficult work in a positive way. It just was not what we were prepared for.
Yeah. And, like, I just felt like I didn't get the proper, like, trigger warning. So after the first paper, I was like, I need to slip out. Great.
Calling it now, Tears of the Kingdom winning that means it will not win Game of the Year. They're hedging.
I know.
Oh.
I'm mad. I'm mad ahead of time, even though I played like one game this year.
Look at Malcolmud, all dressed up. Hooray!
Look at the little cape on Malcolm Mud. But yeah, honestly, Andrew, I would be very into... I mean, I've seen, like, vlogs where they, like, cook all the dishes in, like, Breath of the Wild, you know, like, all the stuff that's depicted, or, like, I've seen people do that with Stardew Valley, and there's a cookbook now for Stardew.
I like Valaire's hair, by the way.
Or it's on its way, I don't know if it's out yet, but there's a few of those kinds of things that are fun, but, like, I would rather not go off of those official cookbooks, and instead just do things that are, like, inspired by something about how the game feels.
Mm.
That would be a really fun recipe blog. Not that anyone really makes money blogging anymore.
Sea of Stars is up for Best RPG. I didn't know that, actually.
Yeah, it's not going to win, though.
that'd
Baldur's
be
Gate
cool
3
to
is going to
win.
take that.
It's not Sea of Stars.
No, Baldur's Gate 3 is going to win.
Oh.
Baldur's Gate 3.
And frankly, I think Baldur's Gate 3 should win, for what it's worth. That's right. We can worry about the final battle tomorrow. Let's just make the best of this moment.
Pikmin 4 wins Best Sim/Strategy.
Did they not even, like, have the Baldur's Gate people come up and say anything? That's hilarious
Nope,
to me.
they just moved on. Now they're just doing Best this, Best that, Best this.
These are, like,
Only
big
Action
awards,
Adventure
too,
came up.
right?
Well, that would take time away from introducing all
Forza
the ads,
wins Best
so.
Best Sports Racing.
Yes, it should. All right, the toast. Thank you, my dear friends, for joining me
Dear
in celebration. Tonight, I raise my glass above my heart.
Aw.
To Teeks for her
Baldur's
unwavering
Gate 3
support
wins over
and
Super Mario Bros.
unquenchable-
Wonder for
unquenchable
Best
thirst for
Multiplayer.
knowledge.
Oh.
To Teeks.
And Diablo 4.
To Malcolmud for teaching us that one can always turn their life around, no matter their age.
Player's
Tom
Choice
Malcolmud.
Award, or Player's Voice Award, is up.
And for their spirit of adventure, for always keeping their eyes on the target, no matter how dire things get.
Aw.
Baldur's Gate 3 beat Tears of the Kingdom.
Yeah.
For Game of the Year.
No. Player's Voice.
Oh.
Player's Voice.
Here's to Moraine. Everybody gets a line here. Garl's excellent at this.
Yeah.
Now there's ads because it's mobile gaming.
To Sarai for enduring the impossible and for being the coolest person I know.
Person I know.
To Sarai. To Rashawn and Beast for saving my life. Did you notice that it's just the emotionless Rashawn puppet that's here, by the way? Rashawn's not actually present for the banquet meal.
Yeah.
Finally, to Valere and Zale for getting me out of Moon Cradle and letting me travel the world to encounter countless wonders, but most importantly for being the best friends anybody could ask for.
Aw. Also, didn't we notice the, like, harpsichord moment because we're at a fancy banquet?
Right, yeah.
Hell
I meant
yeah.
to say so
hell
earlier,
yeah.
but I was getting
On this
distracted.
warm evening, the abundance of food and good times with his loved ones gave Garl an epiphany.
Hi.
The ultimate meal.
A new recipe.
Correct.
Literally.
You can craft mega elixirs now. And you get question pack 11, which is the thing, unfortunately, I don't have time to do. All those question packs go to a secret space inside of the ghost town, where there's a full-on, like, 400 question long trivia game about the game, and if you get a perfect score on all of it, you get a special thing. I will give Julian a couple weeks to collect the special thing.
Thank you.
To do the thing.
It is to do the thing. I have currently, on this save file, 2 flimsy hammers. When you get 4 of them, I will tell you what to go do with them. But don't look it up. And you do need 4, unfortunately.
This is a game for Dana to analyze. Holy moly.
What?
It's just like a boob lady fighting and saying, I'll rock your world.
That's a game for me to analyze. What are you talking about?
Yeah, that's a Ryan game.
I mean, like the fighting game sex noises that you talk about sometimes.
Oh yeah. That was a great part of my dissertation. Honestly, like I'm really proud of how that work came out.
All right, hold on. We are going to save here on the off chance I lose this. Because I don't want to. What's Garl have to say for us?
That was one moment where I kind of went into that whole section like not sure it was going to land, and then I feel like I landed the plane in that particular section.
It was very good. Cult of the Birdman.
Yeah.
And like I don't think anybody assigns that one because it's like I ended up mashing it up with my illness chapter, so it's kind of a weird read. It's got some nice moments in it.
So, what changes if we take Garl to the fight with the Fleshmancer?
Does Garl cook at him?
Let him cook.
Does he bake a giant loaf of bread?
Oh, hold on.
Ark Survival Ascended. Wow. Okay, are we done yet?
Is that an announcement for Arc 3, or did Arc 2 win an award?
I don't know. 4, 5, 6. Timothy Chalamet. I wonder if Kylie's here.
Just in the audience?
Yeah, because they're dating.
Wait, really?
I'm really in my, like, Pink Stanley Cup era, knowing too much celebrity gossip.
I didn't know that. Wait, Kylie Jenner and
Yes, right? Yes.
and Timothy Chalamet are dating?
Yes.
Wow. I had
We
no
thought it was
idea.
It's a whole thing.
Yeah. Thank you for letting me know that. That's very
You're welcome.
that's like a fun piece of gossip right there.
It is actually fun. Yeah, it is a fun.
I don't know. This is like such niche, like food blogger, whatever. But Selena Gomez is dating this producer, Benny Blanco,
Wait, I know that too. Wait, that's food blogger stuff?
because he's been pivoting into food content.
Oh, I didn't know.
Oh,
And
nice.
he's had a bunch of collaborations with like food people, like the Pasta Queen from TikTok.
Oh, hold on, check this out.
So yeah, that's been coming up in like food circles.
Remember how this dialogue played out the first time? So you made it. Congratulations, you've been quite the nuisance. Prepare yourself, same stuff, right?
Oh, God.
Prepare myself, ha 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 ha.
Ha, 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 ha.
My foolish child, fighting solstice warriors is beneath me. But you did make it all the way here, so I'll play by the rules. The time has come to decide on the fate of your realm and all its worlds. Can you defeat my strongest lieutenant, or will she reign supreme over the cyborgs? I call on you, my champion.
A shadow drop from something in Final Fantasy 16. I missed it.
And now we've got Garho. Hey, coward, how about fighting your own battles for a change? I love that he throws a tomato at him. You! All you do is corrupt everything you touch and make people suffer. I'm kicking you out. You challenge a god? God, I told you once, you're nothing but a loser.
Whoa! You son of a creep.
That word's been censored. And so the fool repeats his mistake. There'll be no time travel trick saving you this time. Come then, eternal pain awaits you.
Okay.
And now we get to fight the actual last boss of this thing. Ephorl the Fleshmancer.
Yes.
Back when that was
That's
the thing.
game direction. I know.
gosh.
The music here rules, by
What
the
in
way.
the dubstep is
This
happening?
is so good.
Skrillex.
I don't know my EDM well enough. Like, is dubstep inappropriate?
This is heavy for dubstep.
Yeah.
We need Brent here.
Yeah, that's an area where, like, every time I teach rock, I have a few students that are, like, diehards, and I try every year, and I just don't have the attention span for, like, the form of some of that stuff. Some of it's quite long, you know? Like, I like the sound of it, but then I, like, don't pay attention. Does that, I don't know. Like, it just kind of, like, ends up being background for me, and then I'm like, right, I was trying to listen to this.
I think Alan Wake 2 for best game direction is a good choice for what it's worth.
Wait, really?
Yeah, really, I think that's a reasonable choice.
No, I'm talking about the Smash Mouth guy being no longer with us.
The main guy. What's his name? He passed away this past year.
Oh my gosh.
Oof, that's not good. Hold on.
I don't remember seeing that. Wow. I will say though that God bless
Steve
Karen,
Harwell.
but Karen has this habit of just posting random celebrities' names in our stream chat, which necessitates me looking shit up. Which
Yeah, she always finds the dead person first and has to.
I think she has like an obituary alert or something. Like, which I used to associate with like old people. It seemed to me like old people either talked about like their, you know, health problems or like who died. So it's just like not something I follow, and I also just don't know that they're like. I was trying to think like what celebrities would cause like a lot of mourning for me, the way that I see other people react to certain deaths on like Twitter in the day. And I guess I just don't. There would be people I'd be like, oh, that's really too bad most of the time, but like. I don't know who I would be, you know, or who would like really hit home because they're like kind of in my age bracket.
Right, right.
I don't know.
So here, technically, we would have a problem. This combination is hard to deal with, except I have enough combo points that I can cast Soonerang and deal with it. But eventually, we will get a combo I can't deal with, and we have a new way of making that work, which I'm delighted to show off in a moment.
Yeah, a lot of people know All-Star will live on from Shrek for sure. Walking on the Sun was my introduction to them. I loved that song as like a 5th grader, and I had no idea about like the commentary. I just thought it was so catchy. And now I listen to it, I'm like, oh. Yeah, Astro Lounge was a good album. There are a few like bands that put out like a really good first album that, you know, get kind of made fun of later on. Like I was saying how I was writing a thing on mashups, and there was one like a Maroon 5 thing that came up, and I'm like, obviously like Adam Levine's like a tool, so I didn't want to assign it, but I was like, but Songs About Jane was a great album. Like I had it, I loved it.
Yeah, early Maroon 5 was good.
Like real catchy.
Oh, see, here. What are we going to do? I can't delay him anymore. I don't want him to get a big turn off. We've got a new move in our skill set here. Garl unlocks his ultimate attack only after all this nonsense. So, let's do that, shall we?
Yeah, let's do Girls Ultimate.
Yeah, it's good.
Sleeper's Fury. Oh my gosh. It's the dragon friend. Because he made him bread.
What?
The dragon does all 6 elements simultaneously. Get wrecked.
Get wrecked, indeed. I mean, I would expect nothing less from the dragon. Also, how did his friends survive? They look a little singed, to be honest. Yeah, I've also never made a claim that I have like particularly sophisticated music tastes. So like, oh yeah, I had songs by Jane. Like I don't really feel like I have a lot of like guilty pleasures. Like I had Avril Lavigne's first album as a teenager, and I was like, girl can sing. You know?
Yeah.
She's had a really interesting career to follow. Joe
Rashawn
went down
used
a
to
rabbit
create
hole
this
like
combo.
listening to her later albums a few years ago, and it was fascinating.
Do you believe in the conspiracy theory that she died
And it was replaced.
and was replaced? I love that stuff.
I love it, but no, I don't personally believe that.
I didn't think you did.
I don't know.
That
I
would
don't
be
think
cool
Joe
if you
does.
did.
Let me ask him.
I would love that.
Text downstairs, shall
I
we?
just want someone to give me reasons. I just want someone to defend it. I love that stuff.
I feel like it's gonna be a no, but you know, he's surprised me before. We constantly surprise each other with like what major games we haven't played. So hence we really need to start streaming together. Some of those gaps. Dana can finally play a Pokemon, much to the amusement of everybody else.
I feel like the last couple entries in the Pokemon franchise have not been good.
Oh, Joe has said I have to start with the beginning. I'm not allowed to like play a recent one as my intro to the series. He's like, no, you're gonna start at the beginning like everybody else.
Yep. The Game Boy Advance remake of the original would be acceptable to me.
Yeah. Whereas like I allowed him to play Final Fantasies out of order, and he hasn't always done them in an order that I think makes sense for him.
Now,
But
I will note, unlike the epilogue, if you die here,
you die in real life.
don't. Right.
No.
And you'll notice the shooter mechanics are a little bit harder here. They're still not Toho levels of, like, go fuck yourself. But it's not a walk in the park anymore, either.
Right. Because this is boning. You gotta earn it.
I mean, one blast did, what, 3/4 of his health there? Like... And you get a dodge button, so it's fine.
He hasn't
that a
responded
chocobo?
yet. Oh wait, I'm on Discord right now. I could literally direct message him since I know he's sitting on Discord.
Is that possibly not a chocobo? This ad is too long.
Alright. We win that portion. Back to this version of the fight.
Capcom presents Final
Wait.
Fantasy 17.
Did it say Capcom Presents in a
Monster
high-pitched
Hunter.
voice?
No, I don't have the sound on.
Oh,
Monster
damn.
Hunter Wilds. It wasn't a chocobo, but at first it looked like one.
Whatever, it wasn't Marvel vs. Capcom, I don't care. Okay.
Our DMs on Discord are like so different from our text back and forth. So good.
G-chat for me and Addie
Right.
is like conversational. Text messaging is utilitarian. Like,
Oh,
emergency,
yeah.
Oliver threw up or something, right? Like,
Yeah, I told Neil today that the Publix pub subs were on sale. That was the emergency. That's all I text him.
It's funny.
We are approaching 11, by the way, but I think we might as well finish this out here.
Not too much longer. This is it. Like,
This is it.
yeah. I mean, Julian and I have to wake up tomorrow for an interview.
The others have to wake up, Ryan.
Yeah, you all got invited and I did not, which honestly, great.
Finally!
Finally, yeah.
What do you mean, finally?
Recognized for our whatever, our
I don't
otherness.
get invited to Jack because I don't have status in the field.
But you were eminently Googleable.
I feel like
I
you
don't
have
know what that
status
means
in the
for sure.
field, Dana.
Huh?
I feel like you have status in the field.
Not. I
Yeah, what are you
mean,
talking about?
I'm a friggin' contingent adjunct who like is constantly getting axed. So.
But you're also
no
co-head
stability.
of the track at the industry conference. Like, that's a big deal.
Yes, that is, and thanks to Matthew Thompson for giving me that opportunity. Contribute where I can. I just don't have a lot of stability. I'd like a little stability. I don't need like a buttload of money, you know? I just like to.
And I fully acknowledge that that is a cool service opportunity that's a leader position. It doesn't come with, like, financial stability and career.
No, that one does come with a stipend though, so it's better than a lot of the service. Yeah, I'm doing my best. I feel like my publishing is just like at a ground to a halt lately. It's just so slow. I'm in a very hands-on stage of parenting. It makes it hard to do literally anything. You know, because publishing requires like sustained periods of deep thinking.
Yes, for sure.
So I haven't felt very good about contributions, but you know, I also recognize that there are other ways to contribute, and one of those things is creating opportunities.
Whatever, Game of the Year is Baldur's Gate 3, nobody cares.
Yeah.
I shouldn't say that. It is a very, very, very good game. It deserves it, but not gonna lie, my heart was with Zelda.
The really funny thing is, like, the idea that my name comes up a lot, and yet, like, I think my work ends up being niche enough that, like Karen was noting, we're all, like, on the National Committee, and was noting, like, citations to scholars, just, like, you know, noting, like, oh, like, so-and-so got a lot of citations this year, that she always does that. And, like, I'm never very high on that list, and, like, nor do I, like, care, because, like, I don't need to track that. I'm not on a tenure clock, but, like,
But you always get some.
I usually get like one or two, yeah. Like,
I don't think that I get any more than you.
I don't. Has
tend to
anybody
get, like...
ever cited me at NACFAGA? I don't think so.
No, but a lot of times people should be citing you.
Yeah, there's also
You're one of those where people like write about FF6 and like haven't done like a barest of Google searches, and it's like, honey.
That's fair. The other person who does a good job
need
of,
to be cited here.
I appreciated a lot him giving me credit for stuff, is Jordan Stokes mentioned me, which made me feel like a genius, frankly.
Did Jordan's Zelda stuff? It's on its way, right?
It's on its way.
Okay.
And my next thing is going to be citing that work extensively.
I love that.
In the same way that the last thing I did, which was the Kingdom Hearts stuff for Dana, was basically a continuation of Stefan's excellent framework. This will be a continuation of Jordan's.
And I think you made that really clear. And I know Stefan appreciated like what you did with the material too. So it ended up being like a useful thing and not like not a Scoopy thing. Even though initially you were like, "Don't ask me, ask Stefan." And I was like,
yeah. Oh, so here we go. How is this possible? How? We get another animated cutscene here. Better start believing we're kicking you out.
Oh my god, that's a huge flute.
You're a huge
Oh god!
flute.
Is that like a contrabass? I don't think I've seen that
I
one
assume
before.
you're watching Game Awards when you
Yeah.
say that, right?
Julian
they're
is
doing
dodging
they're
this
doing
ending for now.
the arrangement mashup of all the game of the year
it a little militaristic. Bye.
That's a much
that
more
portal was not
satisfying
close to.
musical resolution, isn't it?
Yeah, Spider-Man.
He's really
Spider-Man.
gone. We're free.
It was just a
The
triangle
Spider-Man
portal.
2 theme absolutely slaps. I love that piece of music. Sorry.
Currently
Does
slapping.
whatever a spider
Oh.
can.
It's been
So I
so
hear.
long.
Aw.
We have to go right now
Yeah,
and face
Hoagie
the
Time's
world
I'm so
eater.
dissertation
glad people
is the
read my
shit.
dissertation, because dissertations are, and a lot of people read Dana's too, and I feel like that's so cool because usually dissertations just kind of are like a way to graduate, and then
People read like
That's
one
it.
chapter out of like no. I don't think anybody reads mine straight through.
What's wild for me is there's this duality. Both things are true simultaneously.
Baldur's Gate 3.
I don't know
Right.
anybody who has cited my dissertation in a published work. I've never come across it. But B, my dissertation is viewed enough that ProQuest sent me a check.
I
Yeah, I
remember
haven't gotten
looking
a
up the
check.
number of downloads of mine at one point and being like, "What?"
Yeah, mine's like a couple thousand downloads.
You know what? I'm gonna look it up right now.
I don't even know how to look mine up, but I don't think
I just googled Dana Plank dissertation.
I know how to find mine on ProQuest, but I don't know how to see how many
Download
times
count
download.
as of right this moment: 14,445.
Yeah.
What?
Like, who the hell is downloading my?
That's amazing.
Yeah, mine's
I will
mine's
look-
Granted, a few of those are me because I needed it on like a different machine than the one where it was stored.
No, but it's not you
Probably
14,000
not.
times, girl.
Many.
So Garl also interrupts this dialogue where they're about to leave and,
And the
begin
only
their
time I even knew
guardianship
that was
here.
because another OSU person talked about their like Ohio link. Is
Stop
like
being
our
so
like
dramatic.
Ohio library network, is where those get uploaded, and mentioned hers had hit 10,000 and she wanted to like throw a party about it, and I was
Nice.
like, I didn't even
Promise
know it
you'll visit
tracked
from
that,
time
and
to
then I
time,
went to the
okay?
page.
And they say, of course we will visit. That's more like
Is
it.
it on ProQuest? Where is
Where's
this?
I know. Do your Luana and Sol and stuff whenever you have to, but you'll always be Valerian Zale to me.
Aw, that's true.
Wouldn't want it any other way. Seriously, we did something good here.
You'll
you
always
guys are
be
the
Ryan
best.
Marie to me.
I appreciate that. And don't you ever miss my birthday. You can count on it.
I'll never forget your birthday, unfortunately.
Ah.
This is connected to things.
Okay. Get fucked.
Yeah, I know.
Where do you find the download count? I googled myself and I don't see shit.
I'm looking. I'm trying
So-
to find it.
Where is it on ProQuest or is it on something else?
Teeks still has to collect. I forget how to check it actually.
by years.
I will go look right after this. I promised
Download
Addie I
full
wouldn't stay up
history.
too late though, so I can't chat too long after here.
Oh, it's a CSV file. Oh, man.
Ew.
Gross. Is there a total? Please be a total. This is a lot to scroll, y'all.
Just copy and paste it
can
in, open it in
download it
Excel and like go to the
From
end, right?
Chicago.
It is opening in
that's-
Excel, but it's like the columns are weird.
Hey, don't wait too long before your first visit this time, says Sarai.
Mhm.
You bet. Fighting by your side has been my life's honor. And off they go.
Yeah, that's crap. It doesn't like track it in a way that makes sense. Oh, but it does track downloads versus unique downloads, which is pretty cool.
That is cool. Alright, so we still have this World Leader thing to fight, but it's like totally anticlimactic now. We did the thing. Now we just have to do the thing.
Let's see, it went live in June of 2020. Wait. If I'm reading this correctly, which I might not be, it looks like in 2020 you had 30 downloads, in 2021 it was 95, in 2022 it was 214,
Who is this?
and in 2023 it was 239. This is Julianne.
You have 14,000 and I have like 400.
Wait a minute, I want to know mine now. Can you look up mine?
But
This
I
is
mine's
this
also
is at
available.
Chicago, Julianne. So this is
Oh.
what would have gone there specifically,
Oh.
versus I'm not on ProQuest.
Oh, yours is not on ProQuest?
The folks that would know I mean, I wasn't on it. You're on Ohio Link, Ryan.
That means that Ohio Link pays to have access to it.
Yeah, and through Ohio Link, you have 1,400. Again, this is like one source, and depending on where it's uploaded first is where it's going to have the most. You know?
Okay, but I don't feel that my dissertation is like 20 times better than Julian's. Let's be very clear.
Or a tenth as popular as mine. Like
actually, at Ohio State, that makes sense to me.
Right, because Ohio Link is an Ohio-centric thing, and that's like the main place mine has ever been available. So mine are probably a little more accurate and centralized than for most of y'all. Yeah, it is the same 14 people re-downloading 1,000 times because they lost it. That's accurate.
Well, despite the fact however many thousands of people have looked at my dissertation, I've read it. I can't come up with anybody who has actively cited it. I read yours as well. Both, I think, as a final editing pass for you some many years ago.
You did. And you corrected the way I was referring to Mega Man's, which was useful because I didn't think about the Roman numerals implying platform. So that was a really useful comment that my advisor was never going to catch.
Mega Man V means the Game Boy game. Mega Man 5 means NES in the fan world.
And I hadn't even thought about that. So that was a super useful comment. And then my advisor would never have caught that because he wasn't a gamer.
Right.
Yeah, Julianne, that was just through you, Chicago. So I don't know how to look on ProQuest.
But my League of Legends chapter is all geography topic theory stuff, and Sean Atkinson's article has a lot more visibility there, not wrongly so. And the thing I think should be cited more of mine that is not is my Left 4 Dead interview with Mike Moraski as part of chapter 1 of my dissertation, Rules.
I don't know if there's anything of mine that I feel should get... Again, I feel here's the thing about my research, and you can call it false humility or whatever, but my approach to research, again, because I'm not on a tenure clock, and it's the one luxury of being a contingent ass, precariousness scholar, is that I research stuff because I find it interesting and it's edifying for me, and at the end of the day, if I got something out of it, then I kind of don't care what happens to it in its afterlife.
I also... oh, sorry, you finished, Dana.
So, that's a big thing for me is... I don't really care. It's nice if it's useful to somebody else, but, I don't think about that. Which is probably the way to be, right? If you're not doing it from a place of, genuine passion, then what are you doing? You're phoning it in.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just, I've never had a reason to, track myself on Google Scholar. I don't know who the hell has cited me. I know there's a way to look that up, but, I don't think I've ever done it. So... And again, because I don't have to. I don't have to do the dust yet, so...
Maybe I need to look up and see if I've hit a milestone number. I'll put that in my annual review this coming January.
Yeah, that's the kind of thing, you could use that for.
Oh, see, look, this is a new sequence here.
Ooh.
Because remember, Erlina lived.
Yeah.
Right? So, the two of them go on, you kill them both, spoilers, in the messenger. Bye.
Thank you for playing Heart.
Alright, here's the ending.
It's just going to be the opening title sequence of The Messenger.
I get some grief for one of my chapters in my dissertation when I discuss it increasingly rarely, admittedly, as I gain temporal distance from it, with Addie's World. Because anybody over there will tell you that because she did the math for me in one of the chapters, she should be an author.
Oh, yeah, that's like a very sciences...
Right.
Whereas you probably acknowledged her in a footnote or the way we would do it, right?
The very first footnote of the chapter on the first sentence is portions of this chapter, especially mathematical calculations, were performed with the assistance of Dr. Addie Thompson, right?
Yep. My best friend Elena helped me with some IPA transcriptions in the fighting games chapter. So she gets similar acknowledgement, both in the front of the dissertation and in the chapter itself. But yeah.
Right. But in our world, to be an author means you have to write the words, full stop, period.
Yep.
Right? So now Teeks doesn't wonder. It is true that they fly in on Garl's birthday.
Yeah.
Quite fitting, don't you think? Now run along, everyone. I must check in on the crypt's renovations. Thank you for the story.
Aw. Storytelling.
Yeah.
Thanks. Oh, what in the Stardew?
Yeah.
It's so Stardewy.
Stardude.
Stardude.
Yep. Julianne, I had you avert your eyes for this portion for ending 1. If you still want to, you might.
I'm busy downloading my own dissertation 1,000 times.
To try to make up your stuff. I could download it again. I got it open.
Thanks.
But look
Not
who
for
we have a
progress.
new
I'll do it
character
for
here
Chicago.
now, of
Thank
course.
you.
I already have it, but I'll download it again.
Thank you. I also already have.
You'll be. Teek says you'll be late if you don't leave soon. Right? And now Elder Garl turns around. Oops, yeah, I guess I should head out.
Oh my gosh, Elder Girl has such a good beard.
Yep.
Way to go, girl. Oh my gosh, your dragon friend.
Hey, old friend.
Yes!
Happy birthday,
Happy
Master.
birthday!
For the millionth time, please stop calling me that. Are you ready to go then? Oh yeah, can't be late.
Warrior cook, warrior cook.
Yep.
All the things that a warrior cook should.
So, he makes supper for Valere and Zale once a year on his birthday in their childhood hideout now.
Oh, adorable. Can't handle. Don't be shy now. Hugs. Oh, and it's like freeze frame sepia tone, like
Yeah,
Finn. See, whereas we got the end question mark, this is Finn.
that's right. All you need to do now... Aha, forgetting the true ending, that's hammer number 3. Trivia questions is hammer 4. And I don't want to save over that one. No, this one I can save. This one I can't. Keep 3 and 6. Okay.
Nice. Such
Sometime in a couple weeks when we have an extra 10 minutes to poke around, I will reveal what happens when you get all 4 flimsy hammers. I'll do it, but it's late tonight, and it takes another 45 minutes of question answering, so...
But next week, we're gonna do...
Super Mario RPG, right?
Yes!
Woo! Woo!
Yes.
It's gonna be so good.
I'm so excited.
We might also like pop into Wonder, right? Like
We
for a
might
hot
pop
sec.
into Wonder for the last 15 minutes or so, but honestly, to be clear, I loved Mario Wonder, but I'm not sure it warrants more than a quick visit into the Mario music universe. The way that
I think that's fine.
Mario RPG, oh my gosh,
That was like the 3rd game we ever streamed.
it is,
Right?
yeah. And I originally had told both of you that I wasn't going to play any of it until next week. I had to break my promise ever so slightly. Because I had a student request it as part of the requested lectures week for me.
Oh, sure.
And so I got to walking into Mushroom Way.
That's not too far.
Wait, you disagree with me that Mario Wonder is not worth, like, lots of time? Or that...
Correct.
Okay. I mean, I
But I'm
gave a
not saying
talk.
why. I want to build hype.
I gave a talk on at AMS on the schedule this year, I will note, on Mario Wonder. So, no,
You get it.
we'll visit Mario Wonder as well. We have to, because we have to talk about my talk, honestly.
Yeah, and
Obviously,
I didn't see
just
it,
give
so
it again.
I would. You could just give it again.
Yes.
and
I could
would
give it
listen.
again. I got the best note from the best question I've ever been asked was Jordan Stokes, who walked up to the microphone and said, I wanted to acknowledge the slide that you did not have time to read, and I want to acknowledge how smart I am for having noticed it. And then he just walked away.
Yeah, that's good.
That's really good.
Uh,
I really like that as a response. Yeah, and folks, message me if you have anything on a wish list for Kudo actually restarting in the spring. Are there any articles, books, chapters you would like to see covered, because I'm currently reaching out to authors and building a schedule. So, yeah, and also trying to build in some other content to kind of like spread out the reading load slightly, just because I have some precarity in the spring. So we'll see. So I'm gonna have to get my ducks in a row with like actually making a little bit of money, so that I have sort of the space to be able to devote to the stream, because it's a lot to like build those PowerPoints and stuff. But
for April or May, Dana, put me on your list. I'm giving a presentation on the work I've been promising you for a year or two that I would write, which means I actually have a deadline. So between NACFAGUM and April 10th or so, I'm going to be writing that
oh, thank God.
paper.
I've been bothering him for this forever.
Yes.
Yeah, Jordan is. It sounds like the Zelda stuff is coming out, but regardless, I was possibly gonna even just cover that video because that video essay itself was so good, like just as a piece of media. Where potentially we just play the video as part of it. It would also cut down on my work to do that, but that's like a thing. We're gonna do some more interactive type, like teachy streams that aren't necessarily literature review only.
Nice.
So we're gonna do some stuff like that.
Yeah. Man, the way that video for Jordan, the musical moment arrives against his narration, like I swear to God, somebody whistled in the room. Just the sheer goodness of the presentation quality.
Yeah, it was good. So I definitely have some, and obviously new stuff is coming out all the time. So there are, edited collections to kind of look through. I think, I've covered a lot of the ones that are most coverable on the stream in terms of the animation, because I did like an animation book series.
Right, I think I was on for that.
You were on
chapter.
for that. I do have an interview with Lisa that like I just haven't like published basically, but we pre-recorded it.
Oh, nice.
Because she has a 9 to 5, so she can't like be on when I would normally stream live. So, so we have one about like the process of making the book. So
that's excellent.
I meant to. That was like pre-made content, and I still like just couldn't hit publish on it because I was being weird. But yeah, I've got some fun things coming up. So don't despair. Our book club will resume soon. And I never did my Summer of Summers because I ended up teaching 3 courses this past summer and I just didn't have any time.
Yeah.
So I still have the understanding video game music to do. And yeah.
Excellent. I would be interested in alongside Tim, once the fan port of Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask combined into one contiguous space comes out this spring.
Oh, that would be fun.
I would like to
go through it while going through his book.
Yes.
That would be fun.
And seeing how it applies to Majora's Mask as well when we have the same space to walk around and inhabit.
And you could be a guest on that because like I've seen Majora's Mask, but I didn't like play it. Joe was playing that when we were like early dating.
As soon as Majora's Mask gets integrated, I'm sending Joe a copy of the combined Zelda thing. I think he will really enjoy it.
Yeah, that sounds fun. That sounds super fun.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's so funny that like he never streams with it. He's always like, "Well, I'm not an academic." I'm like, "Yeah, but video games, like you literally live in the same house. He could like stream with us."
But that's like in the same sense that like Jarrell Jones is technically not an academic, but also he knows more than all of us. Right? Like...
Yeah, and like Joe's not like a musicologist, but like he knows a heck of a lot about video games in general and like programming certainly, right?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
He definitely has like a ludology back. Like
I agree with Julian.
I know I've told this story. I know we need to go to bed, but just quickly, one of our early conversations was about the ludology versus narratology debates, and like he had read them, so like
yeah.
And I mean, our very first conversation was about violence in video games, and he talked about Mortal Kombat, and I matronized him, which is woman-splaining. And I said, well, actually, and then I talked about Death Race by Exidy from the 70s, and he already knew that because he had read game history enough to know that, but he was so impressed because he didn't know what I did yet. He didn't know that I was like getting a PhD in it. He was just like so impressed that I went to that I guess that's when he decided to ask me out. So cute.
Nice. All right, Super Mario RPG next week. I am so pumped based on the 4 tracks I've heard. Holy crap, is that going to be fun.
I haven't listened. I haven't spoiled. I haven't looked. I have seen nothing.
I'm not going to touch anything more. I want to have that experience with y'all this time around.
It's going to be totally pure because I have not seen anything. So that'll be next week. I will be in another probably ridiculously holiday outfit. Like, we didn't comment on it, but like, I'm wearing a lot of poinsettias today.
You have to do green next week. That's your challenge, Dana.
I what?
You have to do green next week.
I was maybe going to do like gingerbread theme. But maybe I can do green.
You're welcome to do gingerbread as well. Just pull out every Christmas.
Green is very easy for me to pull off in general because that's like my favorite color and I have a lot of it.
Julian, have normal lighting in your room challenge.
I don't want to. I
don't know. It's kind of fun and creepy and I like it.
Yeah.
It's giving Bog Witch.
Thank you.
All right.
That's who I am.
Well, good night, everybody in chat. We'll see y'all next week.
Bye, friends.
Bye-bye.
Bye.